Hey there, I'm Matt and welcome to the channel. And on this channel, I kind of break down the trends and the headlines and the ideas that are shaping our world that we live in. Now, I'm a journalist and I've been looking into something that is kind of important to a lot of business owners, and that's finding new clients. And if you're a small business owner, you're all too aware of the pay-to-play games that are being held all over the world, from the local market to the global stage. Paying to play for blue sky is a dangerous game. We're going to talk about that in this video. Now, if you've ever worked in sales, if you've ever ran a business, or even just explored the idea of running your own business or your own brand, you've probably ran across these companies that offer you marketing services and leads and even things like Facebook ads, Twitter ads, X ads. Different places offer these ads. But what are you really paying for? That's the real question. And at the end of the day, if you're a business owner, every dollar you spend counts. But it gets even worse, especially if you're in this services industry. Now, there are companies out there that try to connect business owners to their clients. You understand as a business owner that connecting to clients is super important. You need them in order to stay in business. But where do you find those new clients? Small business, especially in the service business, often turn to these lead generator companies. These places like Thumbtack or Bark or Life Coach Hub or different places. If you go there, customers go there looking for a service. Now, oftentimes it's free to that customer. But then if you're the business owner, a lot of times you're just paying money into a system that never quits. It's kind of like going into a casino. You may pay for a lead, or you may pay for a very expensive lead that could end up being just nothing. You could end up chasing down this lead for days, months, or you may never even hear back from it. There's a lot of tire kickers on there, and you could end up spending hundreds, even thousands of dollars for this stuff called blue sky, the right to compete. Now, this industry has exploded. It brings in millions of dollars every single year. These businesses are the only ones really making money. You see, there's nothing wrong with wanting to compete for your share of the pie. If you have a good service, your service should rise to the top. But that's not always the case. It's generally just the person nowadays that outbids you, that's willing to spend the most money with the middleman on the blue sky. Think about this. Wedding wire. Wedding wire is a common place where couples will go to seek vendors, photographers, cake makers, and bakers. But here's the thing. Wedding wire often sends out fictitious leads. So if you're a vendor, you're getting very suspicious leads from people. Leads that may not even exist. But it's not just Wedding wire that's doing this. Places like Event Active, Thumbtack, Bark, they're all very questionable. You end up spending a lot of money to buy these packs to get leads. This is useless. If you're a local business, you're probably better off to still advertise in your local newspaper. It would probably be cheaper and more effective. Now, of course, these marketing companies would argue against that because that's just how they make money. But you need to find your target audience. And oftentimes, online may not be where they're at. You see, hope sells. Ask Barack Obama. Ask Donald Trump. Ask any politician. Hope sells. And people believe in it because people who run these companies and politicians even are really skilled at the art of selling blue sky, empty promises, hopes and dreams, change, draining the swamp. They're really good at selling these dreams, but oftentimes you're just given the shaft. You see, blue sky is a dangerous game, and we should all be paying attention. From consumers to service providers to voters, we all need to pay attention. Because the regulators, they're not going to pay attention to this anytime soon. Now, there are blue sky laws that regulate the financial industry, and every state has them, and they vary from state to state. Even the federal government has them to some extent. But there's no regulation when it comes to lead generation. There's no really regulation when it comes to technology. Technology is kind of the Wild West, if you will. They can kind of do what they want, how they want to do it, with very little oversight. And you, me, the consumers, everyone ends up paying the bill for this. But we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to recognize this for what it is. So the next time that you're pitched something that sounds a little too good to be true, like they're going to put you in front of more viewers, put you in front of more customers, put you in front of more potential buyers, beware. Because it's probably too good to be true. And you may get little fractions here and there, little pieces, but you're not going to get truly what you're worth. So I want to ask you, are you buying real value? Are you buying something that you can use? Are you buying into something that will really help you? Or are you just buying in to the lifestyles of somebody who wants to make money off of it? I don't know how you want to run your business if you own a business, but that's not how I want to run a business. My wife and I did consumer photography for a long time when we first started our company, Route 3 Productions. And I'll tell you, the wedding business is a big payola. It's a huge payola because there's a lot of money in this. And you end up paying $15, $20, $100 per lead. And sometimes you don't hear anything back. All that does, if I'm a business owner, is drive my price up. And I'm passing that on to you, the consumer. So for all of those tire kickers out there, you, the consumer, are paying for them. So, are we all just buying a bunch of blue sky, a bunch of empty promises from marketing companies and politicians and strategists? It's a very likely possibility. And that's costing a lot of people. And it's a highly unregulated market. So what do we do about it? Not much. Because we've already opened up the Pandora's box of technology and tech companies. And for every one good one, there's a million idiots. Or are they idiots at all? Maybe they're just doing what business people and finance people have always done. Take advantage of people. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to get that off my chest about the blue sky market, the way that the world really works. And if you found this thought-provoking, if you found it interesting of all the ways that people are taking advantage of selling us a bunch of blue sky, I'd like for you to click and subscribe. Now, I don't have an answer for you, and I'm not going to sit here and promise you that I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But I want you to stay sharp. I want you to stay skeptical. I don't want you to get caught into buying blue sky, like from politicians, marketers, or anybody for that matter. Always be aware. I'm Matt Pierce. Be sure to find the podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast, where I go deeper into this. I'd really appreciate it, and I thank you so much for your time. Please consider liking and subscribing and dropping me a comment with your thoughts or ideas. We'll see you in the next video.